at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
Called the Oprah of radio by her listeners, award-winning host Dr. Pat Baccili is blowing the doors off of traditional talk radio. Get ready for an energizing delivery and powerful interviews with leaders in the field of human potential. Dr. Pat's fresh, new perspective on living life full out has catapulted her show to the top of talk radio. Tune in and Dr. Pat will help you thrive instead of merely survive. Visit thedrpatshow.com.
Listen to Dr. Pat, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern on CRN.
Live across America, the PM Show with Mike Horn on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Welcome to the big weekend edition of the show. It is the show that gives you all the entertainment news and a whole lot more. I'm Michael Horn along with Paul Stern, and on Friday here, our weekend edition, our very special guest, the lovely, the talented Dawn Wells, Marianne from Gilligan's Island. So many movies. How many movies did you do?
I don't know, 5 or 6, but nothing really big.
You did not do 5 or 6.
Know.
You were on many roles. You started, we mentioned this last week, with our very own Robert Conrad on a Wild Wild West episode.
Yeah, but those are television.
Yeah, and let me ask you this question, because back in the day of TV's golden age, you were always looking for a job each and week that made you feel like you were a great actress or actor, right? So
you're always auditioning for the next part, you know? Even when you have a series, you think, okay, now it's going off the air, what do I do next? I think when you get into a play and your 2-year run on Broadway, you kind of relax into it and do it. But as a freelance actor, I don't know that you can work as a freelance actor. I don't think you can make the money you used to.
Yeah, I don't think you can now. But back in the day, that was what you did. In fact, that was more important to do that than even landing a series role. But then later on, it became important to have your own series.
Because of the reruns, you thought,
yes.
you know. But no, because you got to play other different, forget that conversation.
Yeah.
That you really got to play other characters. That was kind of fun.
What do you think of the actors today? Like, you think that Friends series where they were making, $1 million an episode each actor or actress, and that's a lot of money compared to what you guys made.
Big Bang, they're making $1 million a week.
Yeah.
And I think that the 2 1/2 Men made $1 million a week or something on the reruns.
Yeah.
What do you get tax-wise? You get $20 a week, and that's it. The rest goes to government. I don't know, or the agents or something. No, I think my top salary was $750 a week, I think.
Wow. And that was probably pretty good money in those days, right?
Sure.
Yeah, things have changed. But we're glad you're here doing radio now, because that's where the big dollars are.
That's where the big bucks are. I'm doing it for free, just sitting right, hoping somebody just sends me a dime.
That's it. Now, you were in Hollywood this week.
I was. I was
at
Larry Edmunds' book signing, and it's so much fun. He has the same followers. I mean, the average age of the audience is kind of mine. It's really, they come to everything. It's the only independent bookstore, I think, in downtown in Hollywood. I don't know that there's another one. And there's so much atmosphere. Went across the street and went to Musso Frank's. It's been there since 1919. And you sort of feel like the old Hollywood. It's really nice.
Now, where is Larry Edmunds? Right by Musso and Frank's in Hollywood?
Yeah, right across the street almost. And Hollywood and Vine almost.
So you promoted that. You've been promoting book signings. You have your book. We should mention.
Obviously, there's a book to talk about.
Should mention the book. It is a Guide to Life.
A Guide to Life. What would Marianne do? And that's a good question. When you stop and think about it, there wasn't even birth control when we went on the island. It was invented while we were on the island. It was the middle of the Vietnam War.
The professor came up with it, didn't he?
Yeah, right.
You talk about that in your book, about the different things that are available now when you watch television and kids are in the next room and they hear all this stuff. And, it's I was watching TMZ the other day.
Oh, my.
And they were showing footage that apparently got shown on Bravo TV of the Housewives of Beverly Hills, where what was that when they have a costume, what is that? There's a
wardrobe malfunction.
Malfunction.
Yes.
It was there on, who's the big star of that show? Brandy. And apparently you could see something, and they blotted it out on the TMZ show, but apparently it went right out on the air, and they talked about so much in the TMZ show, you just knew what it was they were talking about. And that would never take place back in the day, would it?
You couldn't show my navel. Forget seeing through the clothes. But who was it that had the big malfunction first in one of the Super Bowls?
Britney Spears, wasn't it?
No, I think that was Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson,
that's right.
But you don't know that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Britney Spears has had her other malfunctions, but I don't think there's a wardrobe malfunction.
There's too many malfunctions now to even talk about.
Exactly. We'll have a little rim shot there for that. All right, Dawn Wells is with us. It is the weekend edition of the PM Show. Lots to talk about in the news this week. A lot of things trending. I'm Michael Horn. That's Paul Stern. That's Dawn Wells. We'll be right here with you. You can give us a call, 818-353-1276. That's our call-in number, 818-353-1276.
It's the end of quarter clearance sale at Lumber Liquidators. 10 million square feet of flooring must be reduced. That means it's your chance to get laminate for 48% off, like our thickest and best 12 millimeter with attached pad for $149. Bamboo for 33% off, like hand scraped bamboo for $199. The lowest price of the season. Pre-finished hardwood for 38% off, like hand scraped hickory and other hardwood styles for $299. Plus more deals from 49 cents and no interest until 2017. The end of quarter clearance sales going on now. Visit lumberliquidators.com to find a store near you.
We are perfectionists. We do it right and don't stop until the job is done. We build commercial zero-turn mowers with maneuverability, power, and comfort. Who are we? We are Kubota. Now, during our More Power to You sales event, you can get long-term financing as low as 0% APR on new commercial-grade Z700 series mowers.
For more information or to find a participating dealer, go to Kubota.com.
PM Show Weekend Edition, CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn along with Paul Stern. The beautiful, the talented, the wonderful Dawn Wells is here. She has a book out, a guide to life. What would Marianne do? She was, you were just recently at, as we mentioned before the break, Larry Edmunds bookstore in Hollyweird, California. And you had a pretty good turnout, I guess.
Really
a lot of guys, though, you said, right?
Guys, they're
Can you
always
imagine
guys.
that?
And not just old guys, you know. There's some youth in there. It's
well,
really,
there's a lot of guys. Listen, you've withstood the test of time on that, the Gilligan's Island show. Everybody from 5 to 85 is familiar with all the characters, and especially you, Marianne, from Kansas. You were incredible, and this book is kind of a guide as to what Marianne would do, and we've established this in past interviews that Marianne kind of was molded by your own character, by you,
yeah,
right?
I did. The girl came from Kansas. I didn't have any description. She wasn't a movie star. She wasn't wealthy. She wasn't a secretary. She came from Kansas, and I sort of think I went to college in Missouri at Stevens, all women. That's sort of the Midwest is sort of the center of this country. We have values, you know. You farm. I can remember my brother and sister with 4-H. And they got
4-H club, yeah.
They get this little lamb, and they raise this little lamb, and then I went to it, and they had to take the lamb, and they had to slaughter the lamb, and I said, yes.
No, this is not.
Yes, they give it away. They slice the pig up and sell it. I don't know.
So they raise the pig and the lamb and then had to slice it up?
Well, yeah, and then they give it back. That's the whole thing, I guess, because it goes to market. I was just blown away by that.
You know,
and he got on the top of the lamb and put his arms around. He was about 6, crying.
It's terrible for a young kid.
Oh, I know.
That was probably one of the traumatic things. We need to get you some under the chin headsets because you have such beautiful hair that apparently.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Watch this, folks.
Okay, here we go. She's.
Jiminy Christmas.
Now you got, you look good over
now
there. Yeah, you look good. Yeah. And we're on video. You can go to our website at crntalk.com and then just click on the upper right side where it says live studio cam and you can see what's going on. Plus, the show is done live Fridays at 4 Pacific, 7 Eastern. Replays through the weekends. You can go to YouTube / the PM show, Dawn Wells, and it'll come up. You can see the video.
So I can see myself.
Yeah, you can see what you look like.
Next week I'll correct how I look.
No,
I'll be blonde next week.
You'll be fine. Now let's talk about what's going on in the news this week and trending.
Oh.
You came in here. One of the stories you wanted to talk about was this woman that was in double or triple jeopardy after being accused of killing her roommate. Wasn't this in Italy?
Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, how long has that been going on? She's gone back to Seattle and went to school, I think. I don't know. But it's been going on 3 or 4 years. Imagine living with that tension. If she didn't do it, which now they say she didn't do it, but you've got that anxiety, you're in another country, their rules are different, you don't understand the language. How
scary
awful.
Stuff.
Yeah.
That there was a mistrial first, they did it again, and then they said she was innocent, and then the authorities in Italy said they might want to open the case and do it again, but apparently the authorities have now said they're not going to do that, and she's acquitted, and that's
She didn't have to go back, did she?
She doesn't have to go back. Well, even if they said she had to, it still was up to the United States if they were going to, give the extradition rights to get her there. So, but I guess she can get on with her life right now. But what a thing! And then, so how did that woman die? Are they going to investigate that now?
No, I don't know. I don't even know that angle. I don't know. He didn't do it. He didn't get accused, did he?
I don't think they've accused anybody else, have they, Paul?
I don't
think it just
was
stays
it an
open.
Accident? Of course, I don't remember all the facts.
A lot of weird stuff happened.
What about this airline? The what?
A lot of weird stuff. It's all hard to explain.
Yeah, what about the airline flight? Now, this Airbus that this guy brings the plane down. It looks like this guy, this co-pilot, locks himself in the cockpit there and brings the plane down and smashes it, and there's just tiny pieces of plane all over the place. And
he set to go down from 10,000 feet down to 100. He set something automatic. It was premeditated that far ahead.
Yeah, and apparently he was asking for the day off. And then he worked anyway, but he had a note that he wasn't going to be there, and he'd been into psychological treatment. And you would think that the airlines would double check that kind of thing. And secondly, if there was any kind of a problem, they'd wait to make sure the guy gets cleared, stamped by the doctor to come back and fly. And in Europe, it's different than here in the United States because there's always two people in the cockpit at one time. But not in Europe, right?
That's right. They've changed that though now, they say.
Lufthansa's going to change it.
But I didn't know what you just told me. Is that what happened? That he really was not going to come that day and all of that?
He had a note. He had an excuse for a note to not work that day, but he worked anyway. I don't know. Obviously, by his choice, no one said he didn't have to work, and that was really something.
But what about Malaysia? Don't you kind of wonder maybe that's what happened with Malaysia? Maybe he just flipped out that plane. Oh, I don't know, and I'm going on a plane soon. Shh, don't talk about it.
And I was talking to somebody today, and they said the next time I'm going to be flying, you'll be thinking about that, won't you? You're going to be watching that door to see who's going in and out.
Yes, and they said that the people were screaming and yelling at that. How do they know? I guess that the pilot was trying to pound on the door to get back in.
And you're going down, and that would be just the most terrifying thing ever.
It's just so awful.
But in deference to our planes now and our airlines, there is a code that can be punched in. You know, you can punch in a code to get in there that the pilot has.
To the
and
door.
There's always two people in the cockpit area. If one of them leaves, there's always another one in there. And I guess this pilot here, in this case, in the Lufthansa thing, was taking a hatchet to try to knock the door down.
See, I haven't heard the last
terrible thing.
It's terrible. Let's talk about something cheery.
Let's take a phone call, shall we?
I like your Hawaiian shirt.
It's good. Thank you very much. It's Aloha Friday here.
I think I'm going to have the heebie-jeebies for the entire weekend.
Am I right? Because of that. Let's go take a call here at CRN. PM Show, Weekend Edition with the lovely Dawn Wells. You're on the air. Your name, please. Hello? Caller, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hi, is this Ed? Ed?
Yeah.
Hi, Ed.
Hello, Ed.
Hey, I talked to you on the last radio show, and I just thought I would talk to you again.
Well, what's your question for Dawn?
Well, I didn't have one prepared, but the only question I can think of is that I was going to start playing my electric guitar more often, and I was wondering if you had any info about what would help me to, get at it and practice more.
See, this is like being marooned with...
That's right. I'll give you my advice right here.
Marianne on the island. Here's one of the castaways, Ed. Ed has come up and wants to play the guitar. So this is kind of like your book. You talk about this. If it's something
do you love playing the guitar? Do you like it?
Yes.
Do you compose your own music?
A very little bit of it. I have on paper here and there, and stuff, and I'll look it over all the time.
Do you see yourself getting better and better as you play?
Well, I just got back into it. I was getting really, really, really good, and everybody was, saying I was pretty good on it. And then I quit for about almost a year or two, and now I'm just getting back into it.
Now, why did you quit, Ed?
I don't know. I guess maybe because I was getting so good.
well, afraid to get better? No, well, that's a bad excuse.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, don't want to get conceited.
I mean, the whole point of doing something is trying to get better. And the fact that you're musical, I couldn't play a guitar if you tried to teach me.
There's going to be a big steel guitar festival in Hawaii on Maui.
On Maui. I was hearing about that.
Kaanapali Beach Hotel. It's going to be, I think, the 23rd or something it starts. And you could go there, Ed, and learn how to play the steel guitar.
Oh, yeah, that's a little bit out of my reach, I think.
Well, it's all right.
Just keep at it, Ed, because that's the fun of it. Try to keep creating. There's something in your soul that puts you to that guitar the first time.
All right, Ed?
Yeah.
And here's what we expect, Ed. I want some practicing, and the next time Dawn Wells is on the show, we're going to expect a call from you, and we want to hear some guitar music. Is that possible?
Would you do that?
Oh, you know what? That's very possible, because I just found out that I just used my cell phone and made a little 30-second video or something just a few days ago.
There you go.
Hang on to it. Well, next time I'm on.
Hang on to it or play live over this phone when you call in. Thank you for the call, Ed. We're up against a break. Going to take a quick break. Come back with more. You can call us at 818-353-1276. PM Show with Dawn Wells.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California for our sizzling party savings. Book your wedding event or reception, your birthday bash, or a special event of any kind and celebrate at Angelo's and Vinci's. Come to Angelo's and Vinci's and celebrate in one of our many festive banquet rooms. It's an incredible fun event you'll never forget. Food, music, and lots of fun. Call for the details and don't forget our daily lunch and dinners, plus our Sunday champagne brunch. Just $14.95. Minestrone soup, sausage and peppers, pastas, chicken dishes, salads, scones, and muffins. Plus so much more. A chocolate fondue fountain, Zebblies, cannolis, fresh fruit, champagne, and Junior will be waiting to make the omelet of your choice from our omelet bar. Angelo's and Vinci's has been voted on the Orange County Hot List as one of the top 5 Italian restaurants for the past 6 years. And don't forget our award-winning pizzas. Thin or thick, they're yummy. It's all at Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022. 714-879-4022.
Have you ever considered adding a home security system but thought it would be too expensive? Here's the good news. There's never been a more affordable time to help protect your home, valuables, and your loved ones. You can now get a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home, your authorized ADT dealer, with the installation of a new ADT monitored system. Here's even better news. Your new system, worth $850, is free. You pay just a $99 installation charge and purchase monthly monitoring for less than $2 a day. Call Protect Your Home today at 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. Get the peace of mind that comes with owning an ADT monitored system, plus a $100 Visa card from Protect Your Home. Call now, 1-866-669-8954. That's 1-866-669-8954. 36-month monitoring contract required. General terms and conditions apply. Visit protectyourhome.com/terms.
Did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you can make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? Yes! According to the U.S. Census Bureau, you can make almost twice as much. Going back to college is now easier than ever. There are select online colleges that provide laptops to their students. In fact, there are thousands of college programs on your laptop. You can go to college anywhere and everywhere right from a laptop. Call My College Laptop and you can find hundreds of programs from accredited colleges and universities nationwide. Start a new career in law enforcement, business, information technology, healthcare, and hundreds of others. Call My College Laptop to find an online college that will provide you with a laptop. In no time at all, you can double your earning potential. Double your earning potential. Call now. 1-800-582-7531. That's 800-582-7531. 800-582-7531.
PM Show, weekend edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn along with Paul Stern. The lovely, the talented Dawn Wells is here. She has a book out called A Guidebook to Life. What Would Mary Ann Do? And it is it's just recently out. You can go to your website and you'll sign it for them. Am I right?
Yeah, DawnWells.com, and I'll personalize it. I wonder if they really would know what Mary Ann would do. If I raised you, you know, how many 12,000 years we've been on the air, you could probably make the decision of how Mary Ann would handle it now.
Well, I would. After reading the book, I get a feeling. Mary Ann is much taken, sort of molded like clay from you, and I think that's good. I think, and the role they give you when you're a great actress, they give you kind of the words and the role, and it's up to you to make that character.
Especially television, because it's week after week after week. You've got to either like them or they're the bad guy, and you've got to hate them the whole time. Whatever it is, very different than going to a movie coming in and out.
You did that show just for 3 years, but 39 episodes, right?
39 episodes a year.
A year. So it's almost like it was a 6-season thing now, because they only do 20 episodes nowadays.
If they're lucky.
So you did 39 episodes. And when you were in that role, did you, like when you were off the set or whatever, did you think like Mary Ann, or did you think like yourself? Were you thinking about your character, or did you just wait and then react to the lines and things when you'd learn the script?
Well, I think I knew the character, the core of her. So if something would come up in the script that wouldn't be a Mary Ann statement, I might have said something. Well, Marianne, we're going to do it that way, but only after you get acclimated with the rest of the 7 characters, you know. It takes 5 or 6 weeks before you become a unit. And then you kind of know what the professor would say and what Marianne would do and all of that. I mean, the sequences of events were ridiculous. You know, somebody surfing on and surfing off and not knowing where they were and all of that. But that's disbelief. That's okay. But I think the cast was very solid, and I think the actors were very solid.
Oh, definitely.
And I have a real hard time with people doing a series and bad rapping it after they get cast in it. You want the job. You're happy you get cast in it. You're happy you got the role. And 2 or 3 years later you went, oh, I just think this is so corny. And you start bad rapping it. It's not just about you anymore.
It was a big deal. Once again, getting back to the golden age of television, TV shows that have withstood the test of time. Remember on Bonanza, Pernell Roberts was the oldest son, Adam, and he started bad rapping the show. He didn't think he was getting enough character parts or parts for his character or whatever, and so he left after 1 year. But that was like a huge thing because he was part of the Cartwright family, and you became, when you did the shows, it was like you became a member of our own family, more so today. I mean, more so then than today, because today's situations in the comedies are not as believable, I think, as they were back in the day.
Did you believe Gilligan's Island? Well, you did as a kid, didn't you?
I mean, you put yourself in that role. It was escapism television, so you could think, what would I do if I was on that island? How would I help? Oh, boy, is Gilligan really that stupid that that's going to happen? And then there was a redeeming thing that happened. And so you would
and the props. Yeah. And how could Marianne make that coconut cream pie and all the attempts of getting off the island? I mean, the imagination was quite clever.
You were the most real of all the characters. You and the skipper. Because the skipper was kind of like the captain, and he's going to be there. And the professor, I guess everybody played their role, but you were the most probably believable because you were like, we identified with you because you could be like any of us that were stuck there.
Well, yeah, I could have been your best friend. I could have been your girlfriend. I could clean and cook, and I was optimistic, kind of the moral compass. I think you sort of, I don't know, go back to the old Dick Van Dykes and go back to the old shows like some of the World War II things that they did, MASH and things like that. You start to identify with 2 or 3 of the characters, and they become part of your family. And this was such a ludicrous idea that we can't get off the island.
Right.
But you just accepted it.
Would you have taken any of the characters out? Like if the show was on today, getting back to your book, A Guide to Life and the Change in Television, there might be an episode because sometimes they cut a character from the cast for a dramatic role. And so what if Marianne found a rifle there and you were like the Kevin Bacon following version of Marianne? Would you take anybody out?
Well, that's a question. Well, I don't think so.
I just had to ask that.
Maybe Ginger once in a while in one of her long dresses, but I don't think so.
But you wouldn't take her out permanently. Just strip her out, baby.
No,
I got you.
No, I cut off her dresses, if you recall.
That's it. I remember that.
No, we all loved each other. Why didn't we bully Gilligan? I mean, he's the one that got us there.
Exactly.
We treated him like a friend.
Maybe you would have taken Gilligan out.
No.
See, that's the way.
That's what I'm saying. If you're a kid today, stop bullying those kids. Make them a friend.
Now, birthday's over the weekend. Paul, you said there's a big birthday here this weekend?
What is it,
Jane Powell. Jane Powell, the
I
actress
loved her.
from, what is it, the 40s, I would
40s, I think, yeah.
Also, a birthday today, actor Michael York.
Oh, my goodness.
73.
Yeah.
Dave Koz, our buddy Dave Koz, a jazz musician, is having a birthday. He's 52. Quentin Tarantino, the movie director, also 52. Well, everybody's getting old, but they're still younger than I am. Also, Mariah Carey. How old do you think Mariah Carey, the singer, is?
38.
Ooh, you're so kind. 45.
Oh, okay.
Actress Megan Hilty is 34. I don't know her. Megan Kelly is on Fox News. She's not having a birthday. And if you're having a birthday this weekend, happy birthday to you wherever you may be.
When's your birthday?
November 22nd.
So you are a Scorpio?
And Sag, right on the cusp.
Right on the cusp.
And double ones, double twos for you numerologists out there. Figure that out.
Oh, what is it? What sign are you?
A Scorpio, too.
Wake up.
November 17th.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Hi, folks. This is Larry Minetti. And many of you out there suffer from skin problems. Well, I've been telling you for months how to solve that problem. It's called Herpanacin. It's the most unique and effective formula on the market. It cleans your skin from the inside out. It gets rid of all kinds of acne on your back, your neck, your face, so you can feel and you could look like a movie star. Herpanacin is a natural supplement. It was created by Dr. Wayne Diamond and his staff, and trust me, this really works. I've been on these supplements for over a year now and never had a problem. There is no reason in the world to wake up and be afraid to look in the mirror. You trust Larry. Just try it. Call 888-467-4200. 888-467-4200.
Tax fraud alert. Crooks send emails and texts and make phone calls claiming you owe the IRS money. AARP's John Dolphinet.
Some of the fraudsters actually threaten to arrest you or have you deported, and sometimes they even know all or part of your Social Security number. They've stolen it from some other source. Another thing they do is rig caller ID to actually have the words IRS pop up, so it seems like that call is coming from the IRS. They want you to take the taxes they say that you owe, put them on a prepaid debit card, and tell them the card number. And this is always going to be a scam.
The IRS only contacts people via snail mail and never asks for payment with a debit or credit card. And if you use a tax preparer, don't mail or fax your documents. Go in person. And if you file electronically, use a password-protected wireless network. That's Primetime Focus, brought to you by AARP. I'm Aileen Ellis.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names.
Really?
They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information for your mom or dad, then call or go online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now, 800-471-5173, 800-471-5173.
It's the end of quarter clearance sale at Lumber Liquidators. 10 million square feet of flooring must be reduced. That means it's your chance to get laminate for 48% off, like our thickest and best 12 millimeter with attached pad for $149. Bamboo for 33% off, like hand scraped bamboo for $199. The lowest price of the season. Pre-finished hardwood for 38% off, like hand scraped hickory and other hardwood styles for $299. Plus more deals from 49 cents and no interest until 2017. The end of quarter clearance sales going on now. Visit lumberliquidators.com to find a store near you.
CRN listeners, don't forget What's Cooking in Wine with certified wine educator and master sommelier Michael Jordan, coming your way every Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific Time right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. You'll find out about the latest trends in wine, food, and the good lifestyle. And by the way, Michael Jordan can talk to those of you that are really into wine and those that are maybe just discovering wine. The great educator Michael Jordan, What's Cooking on Wine, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific on CRN. PM Show Weekend Edition on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Michael Horn, Paul Stern, the lovely Dawn Wells, Marianne from Gilligan's Island. Don't forget to check out her book, A Guide to Life, What Would Mary Ann Do? It's available at DawnWells.com. That's DawnWells.com. Bookstores everywhere, too. Am I right, Dawn?
True. Bookstores, your neighborhood store, Amazon, I think.
Now, when's your birthday, since you asked us ours?
My birthday's October 18th. I'm a Libra.
But you're almost a Scorpio, aren't you?
I got a Scorpio rising, they tell me, which makes me not quite so mamby-pamby.
I'll leave that line alone.
Gives me another dimension.
Take another phone call here and go to the phones at 818-353-1276. 818-353-1276. Again, it's the weekend edition of the PM Show, and you're on the air with Dawn Wells. Welcome.
Can you hear me talking pretty clear there?
Yeah, I got you there. This is Mark from Wisconsin, right?
Yeah, she should know who I am. I talk to her. I always say hi to her, and God bless her all the time on Facebook, so she knows who I am.
What city in Wisconsin, Mark?
What'd you say? Say that one more time.
What city in Wisconsin she wants to know?
Chippewa Falls. Chippewa
Falls, okay.
Did Wisconsin, were they playing North Carolina or something last night in basketball?
Yep, right, yep.
And did they win?
I don't know. I don't follow the Badgers. I usually just follow the Packers.
Me too. I follow those Packers. Aaron Rodgers around that field.
Hold on a second. Now that is Dawn Wells' favorite football team, all right? The Green Bay Packers?
Green Bay Packers.
How did they get their name?
I have no earthly idea.
They were at a packing company and they started a football team and thus the name the Green Bay Packers. Am I right about that, Mark?
Yeah, it was called Acme, I think.
Acme, yes.
Yep.
I think Goofy worked there on the old Disney cartoons at the Acme.
Way before my time.
I made that up.
Picture that, throwing cheese bales around, yeah.
That's it. What's your question for Dawn Wells?
Got one?
There's so many questions, but I want to ask her, what was the funnest scene you ever had with Bob Denver, the late Bob Denver? What was the funnest and most funniest you ever had with him?
Funnest. That's a good word, the funnest. Well, I guess the most enjoyable and introspective remembrance was the lion. We had a big lion on that set, and it was a big one. And the trainer just had a rope around his neck, and the trainer was full of scars all over himself. So obviously there were tigers and lions that got to him.
My goodness.
And Bob and I both wanted to pet the lion. And I want to pet the lion. It's a big kitty, and they sleep most of the time during the day, you know. And the trainer said, "Well, you don't just pet the lion; you pet the lion, because if you just do a little pet, he's going to swipe your hand off with his claw. He'll think you're a fly." So Bob and I would sneak up and pet the lion. And the very last take on a Friday night at 7:00, the lion starts to pace around 5. Cats wake up and hunt at night, you know, with a rope around his neck. And the last scene was 3/4 of the scene was the hut. The fourth wall was the camera, and the lion was sitting on a bed inside the hut. Bob was supposed to come in, see the lion, and turn and run away. Well, he comes through the door, and the lion leaps for him, takes a jump, and he's maybe only 8 feet away from Bob.
Whoa.
Bob gets the karate chop. He puts his back against the hut with his karate chop like he's going to chop the lion and knock him out. And with that, the two twin beds were not tied together. The prop man had not done that. And the two beds split, and the lion lost his footing, and the trainer was able to come and get him. I think Bob would have been gone. 6 feet.
Really?
Yeah, it was very dangerous. Bob wasn't afraid either.
He was going to do the karate chop.
Yeah, he was going to knock the lion out.
Did you have outtakes in the show when you had this happy and fun moments? Did you guys break each other up from time to time?
Yes, and I took a lot of movies. We're just editing and putting them together. I had my home movies.
Now, what are you going to do with those home movies? Are you going to release them?
Yeah, I think so.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, and I always carried my camera around. I've been to the gorilla climb in Rwanda. And pardon me?
Should make a DVD and put it out.
Yeah, I'm editing right now. We're putting it together. I think it's worth it because that was the first movies. I mean, when I took my films to Rwanda, people had never seen a picture of their children ever before.
Mm-hmm, right.
So it's quite exciting, I think.
Yeah, it's good.
When I'm watching shows like Gilligan's Island, I'm always wondering what went on behind the scenes. You know, like when you got done with the take, then you all kind of walk off. You're probably just looking at each other, kind of laughing, like, man, that was a good one.
Or running and changing clothes, or seeing if you got enough powder, or
hurry up, we got to get to the next scene. Hurry up.
That's right. It's always a time problem.
What
no
was
question.
the food services, the craft services like? Did they give you like Polynesian style food, like island style food, or did you know what?
On Friday nights, Angelo made them. You could smell the Italian gravy happening at about 3 in the afternoon.
I bet the skipper liked that.
I bet he liked it too. And we would used to always, buy wine for the crew or something. We'd have a little pasta before we went home on Friday night.
That was pretty good.
It
and
was.
would it take you the whole week to do an episode? Like
Yes.
you'd get the script Monday and then read it and then do walkthroughs and all that?
Well, we tried, at the first few weeks, reading it around a table. That was ridiculous because there was so much physical comedy happening.
Right.
So we just got the pages. Go ahead.
Excuse me. Did you guys did you rehearse, or did you just actually go and just do it because it just pretty much because of the way the layout, you have the scenery and all that?
Well, we rehearsed pretty much because every scene was broken down, maybe 2 or 3 minutes at a time. Bob couldn't rehearse falling out of a tree too many times. You know, he did all that physical stuff. But you'd run it 2 or 3 times, and the camera would set up, and the lighting would set up, and then you'd shoot it.
So he really fell out of those trees.
Oh, yeah. He was so good at physical comedy.
Was there netting underneath him?
No, and a matter of fact, his double, Bob D'Arcy, broke his back.
Oh, boy.
Head first is one of the hardest things, and head first into some kind of a hole.
Of course.
Yeah. But Bob was so limber. I mean, when you watch him, he didn't study that. I guess when you watch Charlie Chaplin, he doesn't either.
Yeah,
that physical comedy, you either have it or you don't.
Was Bob Denver the kind of guy that studied comedians and stuff? Did he have people that he idolized or used as
I don't
mentors
think
or
so.
something,
I
like
think
Chaplin or something?
I don't know. I never heard him talk about it, but
Yeah.
but it came from his inside. Whatever he did came from inside.
Because he was on that old show, The Loved and Lives of Dobie Gillis.
Dobie
with
Gillis.
Dwayne
Maynard.
Hickman on it.
Work!
He was Maynard G. Krebs. That's right. That's good stuff. Hey, thanks for the call, Mark. We appreciate it. Say hi to everybody in Wisconsin. And we have a line open at 818-353-1276. 818-353-1276. Now, what do you think about this Angelina Jolie? She, had to have voluntarily decided to have her ovaries now removed on top of that. And they say that once you do that, that's a 90% chance you won't get cancer.
So wouldn't you, if that's a
I
pretty
would
good
do it.
trend? And she did with the breast. She had
the breast removed.
Because her mother, and I guess the history in her family. And what a brave woman. And what a brave woman to talk about it openly.
Yeah. It's really something. And so our hats off to her, and I hope she's well and
Me
back
too.
on the road to recovery, because those of you that are out there, that's a scary thing to think about.
Well, and I don't think 10 years ago you thought you could do anything about it.
Yeah, exactly. And now you can.
And you must realize that she's got research all over the world.
Yeah. She studies that.
She can talk to anybody, I'm sure.
All right, Don Wells is with us. It's the PM Show Weekend Edition at CRN Digital Talk Radio. I'm Michael Horn. That's Paul Stern. Got a line open at 818-353-1276. Give a call to Don Wells if you like. 818-353-1276.
Hi, here's your delivery from Staples.com.
Thanks, Staples guy. Do you have stuff to clean this disaster of a break room?
Sure, Staples has wipes, paper towels, sprays, sponges, all at a low price.
How about these floors?
Disinfectant cleaners, mops, bucket with side press ringers, and yellow wet floor signs.
Anyone know how long it takes to reheat cod?
We also have air fresheners.
I'll take a case of those.
Make on budget happen, make cleaning up happen. Staples, make more happen. Now at Staples, get Scott 12-pack paper towels for just $7.99.
Offer valid on SKU 300469 in store and online. It's 328 while supplies last. See store staples.com for details.
We are perfectionists. We do it right and don't stop until the job is done. We build commercial zero-turn mowers with maneuverability, power, and comfort. Who are we? We are Kubota. Now, during our More Power to You sales event, you can get long-term financing as low as 0% APR on new commercial-grade Z700 series mowers.
For more information or to find a participating dealer, go to Kubota.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-351-8614. That's 800-351-8614. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-351-8614.
PM Show nationwide, coast to coast on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Michael Horn, Paul Stern, the lovely, the talented Dawn Wells has a book out called The Guide to Life. What Would Marianne Do? Yes, that Dawn Wells from Gilligan's Island, the Marianne, in studio, taking your calls at 818-353-1276. A couple of trending items here. Apparently that movie Furious 7 is going to be, they expect it to set box office records, going to be opening up April 3rd, and Vin Diesel thinks it might win the Best Picture at the Oscars. Do you think that would happen? It's not the kind of film that would do it. Yeah, I mean, he's predicting that it might get that way, so we'll find out about that.
Let's
also, have you watched the new Late Late Show with James Corden?
No, I have not.
It's pretty funny. They had the very first show, showed him how he got it, and you can check it out on YouTube if you want. Go to YouTube/James Corden Show, and it shows Les Moonves around the table at the CBS, and they said, we got a guy that's leaving, and then, well, wait, we replaced him already. He says, no, this is the guy that replaced Craig Ferguson late night. We have a late night show, and so then, he said, Les Moonves says, well, let's do it the way we always do, and he takes a little piece of paper and they wrap it up in a candy bar, and whoever gets the candy bar with the piece of paper in it is going to be the new star.
Gets the job.
So they have Billy Crystal. They got all these people checking it out, and a Chelsea Handler finally grabs a candy bar, and then she accidentally drops it, and James Corden walks up, picks it up, and goes, "Hey!" And then she doesn't hear him, and so he opens it up, and he's got
the job.
and that's how he gets the job. Then he goes to training school.
No.
And there's a little door that opens up, and inside the door is Jay Leno.
Teaching him how.
Oh, and he's teaching him, and his timing is off, and Jay Leno's waterboarding him, and it's like, it's pretty good stuff. Anyway, so his Late Show beat Seth Meyers' show, but not Craig Ferguson. Apparently Craig Ferguson was doing, he was very funny too.
I like Craig Ferguson. I watched him go through becoming a citizen.
Did you?
Him? Yes, he was so proud to do it, and he talked about what he had to study, and you saw pictures of him being sworn in. I thought that was quite
I think it's very good. Now, the debut show had a 145 share. That's 27% up from the same night last year. Beat out Seth Meyers at a 124. But Craig Ferguson's debut back in January of 2005, a 166. Shall we go back to the phones here? We have a gentleman here on the line. Rip is here on the phone. Rip, you're on with Dawn Wells.
Well, it's about time. She does everything different. When she's an actress, she's in movies and television. Dawn, you need a little rest, my precious.
So do you, darling. Where have you been? I've been trying to reach you for days.
I was in Cleveland. It was closed. Oh, my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rip Taylor is on
Taylor,
the phone.
I
He's got the confetti going
Isn't
right
that
now.
Wonderful. Thank you, Jesus. Dawn, tell me, what don't you do? That's all I want to know.
I don't sing.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Please, I don't dance. I'm still faking it. Leave me alone.
Oh, I'm going to tell you a funny story. I was doing a movie called Winterhawk, and I couldn't sing. I was supposed to play this Mormon choir, and I couldn't sing. So they put, I was in the middle of a field. They put a woman, I had a long skirt, sitting between my legs on the grass, singing for me. And the night I went to the book signing,
yes,
at the bar, the woman said to me, "I was the woman that used to sit on the grass under your skirt and sang." She was the wardrobe girl.
No.
So I really can't sing, Rip. Honest to God, I can't.
Yes, you can, my God. What can't you do, for God's sake? Movies, television, cooking. Leave me alone.
I try to leave you alone. I can't get you out of my mind.
I get moist. That's why I get moist. Oh, my God. Tony, honey, isn't that nice to hear from you, precious? My God, when don't we stop working? We're still at it.
We're still at it. Let's do something together real soon.
Why don't you two write a book?
Wait, I got a new documentary coming, Rip Rip Hooray. I'll let you know when it's out.
Please.
We did a comedy festival, a film festival in Santa Barbara, and everybody showed up. I almost got, I had to pee. I was so nervous.
It's called Rip Rip Hooray. Is that what it's called?
I just said that.
That's where I heard it.
That's right.
I don't know about you. I tried to get you to go to the track with me last week, and I couldn't find you.
Oh, I couldn't go, darling. Thank you. I was tearing that damn confetti. You know what it's like all the way to the bank.
I know. Well, Donna, you could have stopped by my house and dropped off a little.
Well, I have 3 nuns doing it as we're speaking, so leave me alone. You know? I miss you so much. But we'll go to lunch, separate checks. And we'll go to lunch very
You sound like Jim Backus, absolutely. Separate checks.
Oh, Donnie, honey, I love you so much. We used to do so. What don't we do? We went bowling the last time. We'll do anything, please. You know,
anything for a nickel.
Happy.
Okay.
Bowling? Who's the better bowler?
Well, she is, of course.
Of course.
I have bigger balls, but we're discussing bowling now.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Cut that
off.
off.
Oh, my God, it's bowling balls. What is that, a priest over there? Not hello. My God, I said nothing wrong. What will you do? Square? Never mind.
Never mind. Don't talk about it over the air.
At all.
Oh, golly.
Oh, Dog, when are we going to have... We got to meet again and go dancing.
Let's do.
We have to.
Can I lead this time?
What?
Can I lead when we're dancing?
You're starting, aren't you? That's how you got the part. Never mind.
Don't you go into that. You promised you wouldn't tell a thing.
Off the air, we'll discuss the way we work.
Okay, we will. I love you.
Oh, my angel, isn't that nice? Harlan says hello. You know Harlan.
I remember him, yes.
Listen, I spoke to Debbie Reynolds. She said hello.
Did she?
Yes.
Did she know who she was talking to?
Don't be rude.
Oh my God!
You know we still do our act together. Believe it or not,
I do believe
we did 5 years in the hotel in Vegas.
Yeah.
And the best thing about you and Debbie and I.
What?
When we work together, we don't care who gets the laugh, and that's very rare for funny people.
You are right.
Isn't it?
It is.
You and I know we're professionals, and we're still at it.
We're still at it. God bless us.
That's exactly, and they still remember you. They stopped calling me Rip Torn many years ago.
I remember the day that happened.
Rip Taylor, we love you. Thank you for calling in. Come into the studio to us.
You too. Call me soon. I'll see you. Bye. Bye.
Come to the studio with me. See ya.
I will, baby. Bye.
Bye.
Boy, that's pretty good. Rip Taylor there.
Isn't he funny?
We're covered in confetti here in the studio. That's all I got to say.
I can't even
you
breathe.
two work well together. I think he might be your new co-host.
I think that'd be great. If we could tie him to the chair.
Yeah, we could. Don Wells is with us. It's the PM Show Weekend Edition. Michael Horn, Paul Stern on CRN. Stay with us. Final segment coming up. Experience a luxury boutique hotel escape in the heart of Laguna Beach, California. With the finest art galleries, shopping, dining, and nightlife just steps from your door. The heart of Laguna Beach, the edge of the sea. It's the Inn at Laguna Beach. Enjoy our comfortable rooms, blending the style of a timeless beach bungalow with the modern comforts of today. 70 newly appointed guest rooms and suites await you at the Inn at Laguna Beach. Then, relax at the rooftop bar, where you'll indulge in breathtaking views of the ocean. For dining, you'll find libations and local cuisine on the California coastline, including dining at the legendary Las Brisas, a Southern California landmark. The Inn at Laguna Beach, footsteps from room to village to sea, located in the heart of Laguna Beach. The Inn is within walking distance of all that Laguna Beach has to offer. No car required. The Inn at Laguna Beach, 211 North Coast Highway in Laguna Beach, California. Call 800-544-4479 or visit innatlagunabeach.com.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you could donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It will be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car, and as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now, 1-800-785-9618. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-785-9618. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Homeowners, now is the season to be thinking about your roof, because all it takes is one storm to turn a small roof problem into a major leak. If it's time for a new roof, call Sears at 888-465-9720. You can save $500 if you call right now. Sears licensed, fully insured contractors can get your roofing job done right. Just call 888-465-9720. Sears has a variety of shingles and styles that are built for long-lasting performance, and you'll save $500 if you call now. So call Sears for a free in-home consultation at 888-465-9720. Hurry, offer ends soon. Not available in all areas. Installation provided by Sears authorized licensed contractors. License information available upon request. That's Sears Roofing. Call right now and save $500. Call 888-465-9720. 888-465-9720. Call Sears now and get that roof repaired. Call 888-465-9720. PM Show Weekend Edition, CRN Digital Talk Radio. Michael Horn, Paul Stern, and the one and only Dawn Wells, acting legend, superstar entertainer. She has an author. She has a book out called A Guide to Life, What Would Mary Ann Do? Yes, she played Mary Ann on Gilligan's Island. You know that. What do you think, Dawn, about this One Direction star, this guy who left the band and found a new direction instead of the One Direction that he had?
What direction is he going now?
Well, I don't know. He's leaving One Direction. Zayn is he's going to be a regular guy for a while. He has mentioned it on Facebook, and he's been through the last 5 years. He says it's been a dream, but he needs to go with his gut and chill.
And just tune out for a while.
Just tune out. That's it.
I imagine being on a concert tour has got to be exhausting.
Well, it must be, but it looks like he's thinking about coming back. Just you look at pictures of him, he's in deep thought.
Well, maybe the whole thing is staging it so he can come back.
That could be. That could very well
be.
Now,
set that PR up.
You were on the Steve Harvey Show, and that's another great show.
I love him.
And you and Steve are kind of similar in offering some sage advice for people. Don't you? I mean, he has good advice. You have good advice.
When I was writing my book, I wrote him a letter and I never sent it. But after his
Wait. You wrote him a letter, but you never sent it?
No, I never sent it, and I'll tell you why. He wrote a book called Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man.
Okay.
All of those things is what Marianne is. I mean, it's exactly. You don't pick up the tab. Don't give it away. Show your legs. Toss your hair. And he was tossing his hair. He has none. You know, it was very funny. But I wrote him a letter and said, my book is, I'm writing a book and I'm very similar to yours. I never sent it to him. But I had the same philosophy.
Yes.
Really, I think he's very funny to begin with. But he's saying the right things. Now his audience is all women. And now he's really kind of going,
your audience is all men now.
Isn't that nice? What can a woman learn from me? A coconut cream pie recipe, perhaps.
Probably you do.
I'm a good cook.
Yeah. So what's your specialty? What do you really like to put together? There's
Italian.
not going to be a throwdown, and you're going to go up against Paul and myself on the grill or something. What are we going to have to deal with?
Oh.
It's in food.
Sauteed kidneys, maybe tripe.
Come on, tripe?
Tripe.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
so
I'm
you
an
do
Italian
exotic
cook.
foods. You're Italian.
No, I just grew up with all that stuff. My mother cooked all that tongue and tripe and lung and not lung really, heart, all that stuff with that generation.
No wonder you could survive on Gilligan's Island. You ate every
no
part
cows,
of whatever.
There was nothing
Did
there.
anything ever? Did that lion actually survive on the island?
I don't know.
Was it lion burger?
I don't know. I'm Italian. I cook a lot of Italian.
So
stuff.
are you a pasta
I'm
girl?
a pasta and Italian chicken and I love liver. I love lamb.
Go into an Italian restaurant. What do you order? Is it the lamb or what's your thing?
Well, I would probably order the lamb or the veal, but I also would a pasta dish.
And pasta dish.
Yeah.
And I remember I was watching an episode of Everyone Loves Raymond, and they were talking about the mom's recipe for steak pizziola. And that's like that thinly cut steak with pizza with peppers in it, steak pizziola. And
stir fry sort of green peppers.
Yeah, sort of with green and red peppers and stuff in there. It's pretty good.
Larry Minetti used to cook for Jack Webb, and apparently that was able to get him some good parts. Did you ever do anything for Sherwood Schwartz?
Never asked either. No. I don't know. Matzo balls, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. Matzo balls, maybe.
Probably a little more challenging than Jack Webb, but never.
I don't know.
Never know.
No, they never asked me to cook.
I think we could have a throwdown between you and Larry Minetti, Italian food.
Kitchen's going.
Get the kitchens going, and Paul and I will volunteer to be your sous chefs.
All right. Do you want to?
We'll get Leonard to help out Minetti.
Yeah, Leonard's a good cook.
And Tomas.
And Tomas.
Tomas and Leonard can help out Minetti. Paul and I are going to take care of you. We'll get you going in the kitchen.
You got it. I'm there.
Is that good? Are you there?
I'm there.
We're going to do that. That's going to be one of the shows.
Okay.
That's good. Okay.
Turn on the burner. Here I come.
Website for you if people want to find out where you're going to be and all that kind of stuff.
Website, DawnWells.com.
Get the book there.
Get
You'll
the book
sign
there.
it.
Find out where I'm going to be. Go to my Facebook. I'm just so excited. I have 200 and some odd thousand followers.
Facebook.com/Dawn Wells. And what else? It's just, what is it?
/ The Real Marianne.
Okay. So Facebook.com, The Real Marianne, right?
As opposed to that fake one that's out there. There's that fake Marianne we can't get rid of.
We'll put all the links at our website at crntalk.com.
Write it down. You can remember.
The Real Marianne. I got it for you. And DawnWells.com. Bookstores everywhere. A Guide to Life. What would Marianne do? Thanks for being with us, Dawn. See you. I hope next week or sometime really soon.
Sure. I want to come back. Thanks.
Which is most appropriate because that was your theme.
Are you tired of hearing your favorite talk radio show sound like this? What if you could hear your favorite shows in crystal clear, high-definition digital sound? Well, with CRN Digital Talk Radio's 6 channels of high-definition radio, you can now hear all of your favorite hosts like you've never heard them before in CRN HD. The difference is amazing. Catch your favorite political hosts like Dennis Prager, Tom Hartman, Barry Farber, and so many more. Entertainment and lifestyle programming like The Robert Conrad Show, The What's Cooking Show, and The What's Cooking on Wine Show, all in true CRN HD audio. Sports, business,